Otzelberger, former UNLV coach, and Iowa State against Texas Tech. We just saw Texas Tech, team full of transfers, led by Pop Isaacs, another Vegas guy, just freaking blow the doors off of Kansas. Iowa State's at home in this one, right?
They're at home.
I think this number's low.
It's up now. It's up to 8.
I gave you the wrong number, didn't I? I think I emailed over. Okay, 8. Nah, I'd probably take Texas Tech.
It's pretty close. I make this number Iowa State by 7, so it's
Okay.
It's right there with the number. Iowa State's really good at home. Texas Tech, they're led by a few transfers that they brought in this past year. They're playing really good basketball. But Iowa State at home, they smother you with that defense, and it's just a different breed of basketball over there.
You're rubbing salt in the wound of the Reno listeners because they have Warren Washington, who's well-traveled. He was a former big at Reno, and they had the best freshman in the league last year in Darian Williams, who prepped here for a couple of years at Gorman, and he just had 30. So, yeah, TTech is good. Well, you don't expect this number, right? The kind of money that Texas spends on its program, they're a big dog against the Cougars of Houston.
Houston, I've got them power rated as one of the top 2 teams in the country as well. They're a really good team, especially at home. They're another team that has really good defense. They brought in L.J. Cryer as a transfer from Baylor this past offseason, and he's pretty familiar with the Big 12, so he knows how to play Big 12 basketball, leading that team. So I believe Houston gets the job done at home. Texas really took a step back this year from where they did really well in the tournament last year.
I like Rodney Terry, but it's a coaching downgrade. I think he's really good, but the guy they had is a lunatic, and Chris Beard, but it's a coaching downgrade. Do you believe in Marquette? They're going against UConn.
Marquette's really good. Tyler Kolek is one of the best point guards in the country. Oso at the 5, he can play small ball. He can bring your big guys outside, and that could be a problem for some teams, create some mismatches. But Connecticut, they're still number 1 in my power ratings right here. I've got this game, Connecticut, by 8.5. The line's down to 6.5, 7 most places. But Connecticut, they're the defending champs. They're still playing like it. They're playing great basketball. They can shoot the 3. They can spread you out. Caravan, Klingen down low. So Connecticut is rightfully the favorite here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they cover at home.
The numbers are up, man. They're up. They're up everywhere, but especially good numbers here because these guys are making the numbers on their own. They take positions, so sometimes if you're on the other side, you can get a juicy number. Patrick Berbert is with us here at Treasure Island. How often do you see Kansas? Oklahoma's had its moments, but where are you on Kansas right now? I mean, this is a year like we've never seen going against Oklahoma on the road.
Bill Self is very thin this year. He's playing 5 players that he gets no points out of his bench. McCullough's been hurt the last few games. He's going to be back, but he doesn't get minutes out of his bench, and that's been their big problem this year. And they don't really have a great shooter that they had in the past shooting from the outside. And they're not the same team that they are away from Fog Allen Fieldhouse. On the road, they've struggled all year long. I make this game Kansas -3, but I still don't love my number just because of the fact that they're on the road here. Kansas is the line's flipped. Kansas is now -1. So Oklahoma, this is a must-win for them. They struggled the past few games, and if they want to compete for a tournament bid here, they've got a really tough schedule down the stretch, and it's going to be a gauntlet for them. So this is a must-win for them right here.
We have some guys on the show who like Kentucky, value-wise for the national title. They got a good number a while ago, but it hasn't been as great lately. I don't know if they get on a hot streak here, but they're pretty sizable dogs against Auburn.
The spread's sitting at 8. I make Auburn 11.5 for that game. I'm pretty low on Kentucky compared to other bookmakers. Kentucky opened up the year 12-1 to win a national championship. The number's dipped to most places around like 18 to 20-1 right now. But Kentucky has struggled a lot this year, especially against quality opponents. And I don't know. It's just because they haven't adjusted to the NIL era now. Calipari still likes to bring on his top recruit freshmen. It's just a whole different ball game now. They've got talented players on that team, but something's not clicking over there right now.
I made 4, but grade 2 of my national title bets, I bet these within 2 days of the odds being posted after the tournament last year. Because what I was thinking was I kind of was trying to guess at NIL budgets and which schools would be really active. I have Gonzaga at 40-1. Which is that extreme value now because they haven't. It's St. Mary's that is the school that's rolling through the WCC. So I figured I'd have value, but I don't think I do.
Gonzaga is another team that's really thin on their bench, but they're starting 5. They can go up with anybody in the country.
Right.
If they can get hot in the tournament, they can do. You can maybe hedge off a little bit.
That's what I want.
8. Yep.
Right. I just need get me to the Sweet 16, and then I can hedge. The other one was Creighton. I have them at 30.
I like that.
All right. Patrick likes it. I'm good, Damon. I'm good.
I don't know about that one, Steve.
You're kind of right. I actually don't like Creighton that much now that I've seen him play this year, but it's a matchup thing. I've also been a little disappointed with little Stevie Ashworth. I don't think he's been as good as he was at Utah State, and maybe it's a system thing. Very important down the stretch here. We got a couple minutes left with Patrick Berbert. Talking to the people who are here at TI, I knew 2024 was going to be a really big year for some changes at the property. So I walked in today, and I'd seen the space in the back, the Cove, and I made a little video about it earlier so you guys can check out social media. Real quick zip around the concept. That's pretty cool. You want to talk about it? Have you been in there? I saw some people have, had some free cards. They had a bunch of credits. They're playing. I'm like, okay, I want in on this.
I have been in there. It's pretty cool in there. We're definitely trying to promote it. It just opened up last week, so a lot of people don't know about it. So we're trying to get it out there. But it's you can go in there. You can grab some drinks. It has a whole bunch of different arcade games, and then it has the mini bowling alley. And then the best part I think about it, it has the golf simulator.
But here's the thing: have you played the golf simulator?
I have.
It's not just golf. It doesn't have a machine. When I was looking at the screen, I'm like, how many games are on this? I see some ladies up there. They're throwing some kind of ball at a cartoon character. I'm like, I might be in on this.
It does have some other games. I'm not 100% familiar with what else they have on there, but there's definitely some cool things to check out.
All right. And let's get it right, because some people can bowl, and then some people can really candle pin bowl. It's the mini pins and the mini ball.
Correct.
I'm very powerful. I've never been good. This is ridiculous. I've never been really good at the small pins. Are you a master at it? Are you good?
I've took a couple shots down there with it.
All right.
Some were good, some were bad. So I've got some practice to do.
Damon, you're all hopped up on something. Can you? Are you too strong for the mini pins and the small ball?
I don't know what it is about bowling. I just can't. I can't figure it out.
I can bowl. I'll tell you what, though. I battled Erod, who's actually our salesperson on this account. I've never seen someone more serious to try to kick my ass. I was terrible. And he was, tracking every frame. We get to the last frame. He's like, oh, you need 3 strikes. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what's going on. I'm not even looking at the score. But very hyper-intense, Eric Rodriguez. Patrick, we appreciate it. Check out the Cove right next to Mister. As soon as you come out of self-parking, it's right at the bottom of the escalators. Really cool spot. And that bar area, 21 and over. So, yeah, kids, you over there. I'm going to be over here